Hello, welcome to Craig Loves to Crochet. My name is Tonya and this is part 2 in my series of looking at the peacock eye stitch. So in our first part we learnt how to create our foundation chain and to work the 3 variations of the peacock stitch, and in this part we're going to look at how to increase and decrease using the peacock eye stitch. So on my needle at the moment I have the 20 loops because we're working in clusters of 5 still, and I have 4 peacock eye stitches here, and we're going to start off the way we always do, which is taking our stitches off our needle and picking up our 4 loops. So we have our 4 loops on our hook, pick up our yarn, nice and taut, remember, and then we're going to pick up our yarn, pull it through as always, creating our single crochet stitch, our 2 chain, 1, 2. Now then, as a rule of thumb, what we would do is we would double crochet 5 stitches, 5 double crochets into these loops. But what we're going to do, because we're decreasing, is we're only going to do 4 double crochets. So we've got our chain, so that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's as simple as that. And we pick up our 5 again, our 5 loops, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do exactly the same. We'll do exactly the same here. So we'll connect them together with a single crochet, and in the space we'll make 4 double crochets. Right, I'll see you at the end and then we'll do another decrease. Okay, so now we have our cluster of 5 at the bottom and then clusters of 4 at the top. Now we're going to be picking up our loops. So we have our first loop here, so we'll be picking up the next 3 loops along here, and then 4 loops from each cluster again, not forgetting our cast on stitch, our cast on of 2 stitches at the end, and I'll see you after we've done that. Okay, so now we have 16 loops on our needle rather than the 20 because we've decreased. And to decrease again, I guess it's not rocket science. When we take our loops off, we're going to pick up 4 groups of loops, so 4 lots of 4 clusters, and we're only going to work in 3 double crochets in each, and that will decrease again. So just taking our loops off again. Okay, so I have 4 loops on my crochet hook, the same as we always do, nice and taut. We're going to pick up our yarn, pull it through the cluster of 4 loops, make a single crochet. We're going to chain 2 because we're doing a double crochet stitch, and then in our space here we're going to only crochet another 2 because we want 3 double crochets and our chain counts as 1. So we're going to crochet only 3. So in our 4 loops we have 3 double crochets, and we're going to do that all the way across, and we will have decreased again. Okay, so I have finished that row of decreasing. So just to recap, we have our clusters of 5, then our clusters of 4 here, and our clusters of 3. So we've decreased from 20 to 12 stitches. So now we're going to go back the other way and we're going to increase. And basically it's much the same, to be honest. So we'll pick up our loops again. So we need to be picking up 4 sets of 3 loops. So I'll see you when we've done that, because I think by now we're all quite used to doing that. Okay, so I have my 12 loops on the needle, and now we're going to be working in sets of 3. So pulling our loops off the needle, we pick up our 3 loops on our crochet hook. We take our yarn, pulling taut as always, pulling our yarn through the group of loops to make a single crochet. We chain 2 because we're doing double crochets, and we need now, instead of crocheting 3 stitches in here, we're wanting to add an extra one. So we have 3 loops and we would normally put 3 double crochets in, but because we're wanting to increase, we're going to add an extra double crochet to add that stitch. You could add more if you wanted to, if you're wanting to go larger than that. So we have 4 on there, picking up our next 3, pulling our yarn through the 3 loops, making our single crochet, and off we go again, doing our double crochets, 4 double crochets into our 3 loops. Right, I'll see you at the end. Okay, come to the end of the row. You can really see the shape starting to take place, so we're wider here at the bottom, slimmer in the middle here, and we're getting wider again. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to pick up our 4 lots of loops, 4 times 4 loops, so we'll have 16 loops on the stitch this time, and in those loops, in those clusters, we're going to work our 5 double crochets into the 4 clusters of 4 loops. Right, so I have my 16 loops on my needle. I'm going to take them off, and I'm going to pick up 4 loops now, and we're wanting to increase again, so we're going to increase by crocheting 5 double crochets into our a cluster of 4 loops. So start off the way we always do, making our first stitch a chain, then we need to do another for 1, 2, 3 and 4 into our space, and then we pick up another 4, and basically we're just going to increase again exactly the same. So I'll see you at the end of this row. Right, so that's the end of our tutorial. So we have increased and decreased, a whistle stop tour of increasing and decreasing using the peacock eye stitch. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have found it helpful or you've enjoyed the tutorial, then please press the like button. It helps me to know that I'm doing things okay. If you want to follow me on Facebook, that would be superb. I have quite a good fan base, and that's www.facebook.com/Craig Loves to Crochet. So I'll see you for part 3, where I'm going to show you some fun ideas of ways that I've been playing around with the stitches, twisting and twirling the stitches into different patterns and so on. Before we go, I would like to share with you a little hat design that I've made that uses the increasing and decreasing. This is a really cute little hat that I've just literally designed to go with my collection for this stitch, and basically it's a really cute little sort of beanie style hat, but obviously I've had to increase and then decrease as it's got smaller, and I'll share that with you at a later date. Thank you for watching.